Hi, folks. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. I'm Mike Morales here in Southern California. That young man out there is...
In Dave Dinius, and I'm in Newport News, Virginia.
Did you forget who you are?
Well, I was gonna say I'm in David Dinius.
You're in David Danius, and I'm West Virginia. Okay. Dave has been drinking too much. No, I'm kidding. Dave actually is beside himself because he's got some really cool information. We are dissecting the for us, brand new Rooster Rojo.
Rooster Rojo.
That's right. And I really like the idea of where they're going with this brand. First of all, we nominated for Brand of Promise in the Blanco category and for tequila packaging. I'm really liking what they did here with they have a figurehead of a rooster. Then it says Rojo on the front.
Textured label.
Textured label. And you know what we missed? On the label, it says Hecho en Mexico.
Yep.
And that's in like a some kind of English script, old high English script.
Yes.
I used to study fonts and typography and stuff like that. So I know there's a cross between old high English and old German. Mm. And I was telling Dave off camera, I said, this thing really reminds me of a vodka bottle because this was the first brand that came out of that distillery, brand new, once Stoli bought the distillery. Because Stoli Vodka from Europe bought the distillery. The American company
does kind of have that shape.
Yeah. So the American company is called Amber Beverage. They're the U.S. branch of Stoli. Anyway, they made this happen, and I'm so glad because when it first came out, it was only a Blanco. I didn't even know they had a Repo or an Añejo.
Or an Añejo.
I thought we were just getting a Blanco, but
I think when we first started chasing them, that was it.
That was it.
3 or 4 years ago, whatever.
Yeah, they opened fresh in Europe. They really went for the European market. And careful with that. You don't want to spill it all on your keyboard, man.
Moistening that.
I know. See, we're not lying to you, folks. We're just breaking the seal on some of this stuff, and I've had my bottle for 3 weeks at least.
Yeah, me too.
That's how busy it's been at Sipping Off the Cuff. As a matter of fact, right now, if you're watching us in early May. We're filming this in late March, end of March.
Late March, yep.
And all of April is being streamed live on YouTube now.
Yeah, so tomorrow's April Fool's.
Yeah, April. No, I'm not even kidding you. We're streaming everything that we taped in March, that we recorded in March, and it's being streamed live on YouTube. So if you haven't seen all of March, you can just sit there and with glazed eyes watch us go as we drink through the entire month. Wow, this has got a really secure cork, man.
It does.
I mentioned that on the Blanco. I said, well, if you're gonna ship internationally, you better have a great cork because anyway. We just poured ours in. Mine and my Stasso Jarrito.
I think this is a little dark for a Repo.
Yeah, but we discovered off camera. First of all, the master distiller's name is Arturo Fuentes, and Arturo is known in the business for the legs and tears. He just loves legs and tears.
He's got legs and tears for days and days.
She's beautiful. She's beautiful to look at. It's very attractive. Nice view. Beautiful legs and tears. It does not disappoint. Clings nicely to the glass. Streams slowly. It's not runny. And again, even if it was runny, it's not a bad thing either. It's just this is all cosmetic. Okay.
And still in the glass, it's kind of it's a little dark, I think.
Yeah. What did you discover? How long are they? Did they say that what are they aging it in, and how long is it being aged?
They're aging it in French oak barrels.
Wow.
And it says for a minimum of 2 months, which.
Well, okay. So if it's French oak, I'm going to say this. First of all, that's probably a virgin French oak because this company's got a lot of money. I would say they've been able to invest in fresh French oak barrels as opposed to used. So 2 months, not a. I think I can buy that.
Okay.
2 months is maybe
Heavy
más o
char.
menos.
A heavy char or a good char.
The other thing is what we discovered off camera is this very similar structure aging process for Ka, which if you haven't seen Ka, it's streaming live now on YouTube.
Yes. The
Okay.
Ka was done in French oak on the Reposado.
Right. Well, this is the
Whiskey.
Reposado.
And whiskey for the anejo.
Right. So this, generally speaking, because it was launched, I think, primarily for the European market to begin with. And Dave will give you a rundown of which country it's available, wherever you're watching us, because we are a global company here at Tequila Aficionado. You'll be able to get this because this brand has this brand and the company itself has a distribution network that is massive.
Yes.
Just massive.
And you can get it in that European country of Australia.
Cool. By the way, I wrote about Australian tequila thank you for that lead in.
That's a read it.
Yeah.
Australia, Poland, Germany, Ukraine, United Kingdom, Greece, Italy, Netherlands, and of course the U.S.
The U.S. We kind of bring up the rear, okay, and so that's why I think we finally got this one. So let's nose it. Oh, that's pretty. That's so pretty. That French oak just comes right up.
It does. It does.
It's beautiful. It's just all that's everything that we got from the Blanco on the nose has been taken over by this French oak. And I can see why they only rested it two months, because it doesn't need any more than that, really.
It does a minimum.
Well, yeah. You think it's longer, huh?
I think it's a little longer.
Okay. Maybe. Well, if they're blending it, and with repos that have been aged a little bit longer, then that would also, I'm not sure what their barrel management is. I'm not a master distiller. I have no idea what Arturo is doing. All I know is he's a mad genius. Just last year, we tasted Cielo del Diamante, which is the relaunch of that brand, which I love to begin with. And then this year we did Ka, and now we're tasting this Rooster Rojo. And Ka, I think, has a different master distiller. I think they have somebody. Remember, I thought it was Arturo responsible, but
you thought it was that, and it was
another gentleman. It was another.
He had about 4 names. So.
Yeah, and his name is actually on that Ka bottle, so it's his baby. Which is cool. I'm glad to see that the gentlemen that are working in partnership with Arturo are beginning to branch out and do other partnerships and other brands. But this is a beautiful, beautiful nose.
Nice nose, yes.
Yeah, I'm not getting any agave. What I'm getting now is just all barrel, and it's sweet. It's just really nice.
Yeah.
Getting chocolate, vanilla, caramel, you name it.
Spices, yeah.
Yeah. Baking spices. There's a lot of depth to the nose, but let's see if it tastes the same way, okay? Let's just give it a shot. Oh my.
Barrel.
All French oak all the time.
French oak, yep.
Wow. It's almost overpowering for a reposado.
For a reposado. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe a little bit longer.
Wow. It coats your palate. I mean, French oak is going to do this. It's behaving like a French oak. Some of the ones that I've had in French oak, we talk about everything that comes out of, I think, Gildardo Partida, some of his brands like Adictivo, is almost exclusively in French oak. Casa Noble, their añejo is almost too sweet for me, but the Reposado has always been a winner. And they have their own personal cooperage that makes French oak barrels for them. This one clings to your palate, but it's not cloying.
No, it's not cloying. It's not like
it's not like Cava de Oro where you just where you got to wash it down with water to cleanse your palate. This is just barrel, folks. I gotta say, I like it though.
There's still a little bit of the agave in there.
Yeah, but I get it on the finish. Do you? Because it's finishing the same way the Blanco did. There was some pepper on the finish, a little bit the long finish. So it got a long finish.
Long finish is there. I'm getting almost a little dryness in it.
Dryness?
A little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, because French oak is sweet, but it is dry. It's almost like it's got a dual personality, like a whiskey barrel. Whiskey barrels have a different personality than bourbon barrels. I personally lean toward anything that's got a dry finish. Even wine barrels have a dry finish.
Right.
But yeah, this one is. I'm kind of shocked. I did not expect the quality. I thought it was going to be softer. I thought it was going to be because it was launched in the European market. I thought it was going to be a little bit more softer.
I don't know that color in the bottle.
Yeah. He's got a suspicion.
I was expecting some flavor. I really was.
Well, here it is.
It's got flavor.
It's packed full of flavor. I think so. We can say that this is probably cod light. And if this is cod light, holy cats, man! This has got structure and character and depth that I wasn't expecting. Let's put it this way. I have a misconception about the European market. I have been misled to believe that the people there aren't ready for this kind of quality and that kind of depth, but I'm wrong. Okay, I'm admitting that I'm wrong. Cause wow, man, this is really packed.
It is packed. It is packed, but it's not packed with. I don't get any of the fake flavor.
No, if there's any glycerin that's in here, it probably occurred naturally in the distillation.
Yeah, it's very, very light on the mouthfeel as far as the thickness, the oily thickness.
Yeah, it's got legs and tears. Obviously, it's a kind of a stamp for Arturo Fuentes. The color is as dark as it looks in the bottle. I thought maybe because of the red label, sometimes the shadowing in the bottle will make it look darker, but that's not the case. It's pretty dark. What are we getting on pricing on this?
At the Ambar, again, right around $50. But like I said, the Google searches for prices is all over the map. There's one, $27.
Wow.
$44.
Wow, you're not kidding. It's all over the place, huh?
It's all over the place.
That's just about a $20 difference, folks. So it depends on your area. That's kind of what we said with the Blanco. Depending on where you live, and what time zone, and what country,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's French oak all day long. It clings to your palate, not in a cloying way. This is just dry. I think it's great for food. I think it's food forward. I think you would be able to pair it with food.
Yeah, definitely. You can put it in a cocktail. It'll stand up.
Oh yeah. And for those of you who enjoy cigars, you know that I do. This I could pair with a cigar, and it would stand up to a cigar that's more robust in flavor. This is a robust Reposado.
It is.
For 2 months. Okay. He has his doubts.
Minimum 2 months.
Okay, if you had to say what length of time for a Reposado this has been aged in a French oak barrel, what would you say?
I'd say more like 6, I think.
Really?
I do. I think it's a little longer than 2, definitely.
Could be. Again, we don't know. We're only going by the information that they provide to us on the website. We got no point of sale material, no brochures, no nothing. So as usual, we're just flying blind like you guys. So, but yeah, I think so too. Brand of Promise nominee. This is, if you could find it for $27, again, back up the truck, take everything off the shelf, and this is one that you can literally take to a barbecue. It'll stand up to meat dishes. It'll stand up to a cigar club. When we finally get around to being able to mingle together again, when all of us who want to get a vaccine can, because I know I'm itching to get one. I think this would be great for a gift, and don't be put off by the bottle. This bottle here, like I say, I had. It reminds me of the vodka bottles.
Yeah.
But it's nice that it's clear and you can see what you're getting, I'm telling you, it's.
And the label's kind of a throwback label almost, I think.
Yeah. Well, you notice that the script. The font that they're using, it's Old English, Old Spanish, it's old country. You know what I mean? There was a lot of thought that went into the branding of this tequila. It's Fábrica de Tequilas Finos, which is the distillery. 1472, I believe.
1472. A couple others that come out of there was one of them we know.
Right.
Tonala, Tenoch, Santos.
Yeah. The Mexican Moonshine, which is going to be rebranded shortly.
Mexican Moonshine.
And the Cielo de Diamante, which is what we had last year. Jim and I did that tasting. If you haven't seen it, go back and check that out. That was actually a Brand of Promise winner. Cenote is another one. See, that's another brand I've been chasing. I think Rooster, Rojo, and Cenote were two of the ones that they came out with once Amber Beverage bought the distillery. But this one I was really interested in. I'm hoping to get Cenote now. Which PR company handles Cenote? Please leave us a note in the comments below. Okay? If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a like.
Comments, we love them.
Yeah, we love them. Tell Dave how great he looks in his ash hole T-shirt and hat.
It's an Oakley shirt.
It's an Oakley shirt. Okay. But you've been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our channels and networks on Mike Morales in Southern California. That gentleman out there is...
I'm an asshole. No, I'm Dave Dinius. In Newport News, Virginia.
Follow Dave on his Instagram. Follow him on his Facebook. Don't be afraid to friend him up. He's very, very very approachable and affordable too.
And affordable. Yes.
And affordable.
That's tequila. I'm there.
Whatever you folks are doing, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.